Anthony Towns has been traded to the New York Knicks, guys, for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. Oh my God, guys! The New York Knicks just added Karl Anthony Towns to their team. This is a blockbuster deal that just went down. Sham Shariana just tweeted it out. Karl Anthony Towns is heading to the New York Knicks in exchange for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. I know I butcher his last name all the time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But listen, man, Karl Anthony Towns going to the Knicks. I like that for the Knicks. I mean, I think it's an upgrade. I definitely think it makes them probably the second best team in the East behind the Celtics. I mean, I think they separated from Philadelphia, Miami, Milwaukee, whoever else you want to throw in that mix. I think the Knicks have definitely separated themselves from those teams. But the real question is, does this move make them better than the Celtics? A fully healthy Celtics team, I still think is the best team in the league until I see a team beat them 4 times in a series. But the New York Knicks, man, they're definitely right there for sure. I mean, they are closing in on potentially giving the Boston Celtics a run for their money. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But Karl Anthony Towns going to the Knicks, man, this definitely came out of left field. I mean, this was completely unexpected. I mean, like this, and for Minnesota, for them to do this, they must have a lot of faith in Rudy Gobert and Naz Reid. I know Dante will be a good player for them. I like getting Dante for Minnesota. I think that's a good move. Randall, I'm not a fan of Randall. I mean, like I'll be interested to see how Randall fits in with the Timberwolves, but yeah, man, I'm just not a huge fan of Julius Randle, you know. But Karl Anthony Towns, he does have a big contract, and the new CBA probably played a factor in Minnesota trading him. To be honest with you guys, so listen, man, I like the deal. I like the deal for the Knicks getting Towns. I think they upgraded pretty big from Julius Randle. I mean, because Towns, say what you want about him. To me, I think Towns has shown that he could be soft. You know what I mean? But Karl Anthony Towns, from a talent perspective, I like his talent way more than Randall's. And training a player like Dante, that does hurt the Knicks defense. I will say that, and 3 point shooting on the perimeter. But Karl Anthony Towns is arguably one of the best, if not the best, 3 point shooting big in the league. So the Knicks, man, they could potentially run a starting five of Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Who else am I missing, man? Towns will be at the five for sure. Yeah, it's a big deal. OCT, it's a big deal, man. It's a huge deal, man. It just went down, dude. Sham Shariana just tweeted it out. Karl Anthony Towns going to New York Knicks. Now for Minnesota, a team that made it to the Western Conference Finals, who in the trade, Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo are going to the Minnesota Timberwolves in exchange for Karl Anthony Towns. Um, Now, like I haven't been on Twitter since I started streaming. So I don't know if that's the whole deal, but I know the package is centered around Julius Randle and Dante. Randle and Dante are going to Minnesota for Cat, and I like that move for New York. I mean, I know losing Dante will hurt the Knicks. That is kind of a big loss. But hey, man, oh, it was Josh Hart. That was the other player I was thinking of. Okay, so they can run a lineup of Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Cat at the five. It's not bad, but then I'll tell you what though, the Knicks don't have a bench. I mean, like that bench for the Knicks, whew, that's a top heavy starting five though. I mean, that is a top heavy starting five. So, but yeah, man, for me. But here's the thing that I wonder with Minnesota. All right, because now you got what? Mike Conley, Ant, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. It's- mm, I mean, do I think Minnesota got better? Mm, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, losing Dante does kind of hurt the Knicks because Dante, not gonna lie to you guys, he was a good glue guy. I mean, like Dante was a really good glue guy for the Knicks. I just don't see OCT. That's what I wondered. I just don't like Randall. I mean, I just don't think he's a winning player. I mean, I think Minnesota should be like trying to see if they can flip Randall for role players. I mean, because I just don't like that. I don't like Randall for that team. I mean, like I don't like Randall for Minnesota. But who knows? It could work out though. I do like getting Dante. That's a nice piece for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I do like Dante on that team. But Randall, you're gonna have to convince me that Julius Randle could be that can be a winning player on a championship team. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to convince me. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to show me evidence, data. Like Julius Randle got a lot to show. I mean, yeah, OCT. Oh yeah, definitely. He's gonna be definitely top three or top two or top three in scoring in the league for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But yeah, man, like the timing of this deal is definitely shocking because training camp is about to start for a lot of teams. So that is a shocking element to this deal, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, man, in terms of like, but we've been hearing for years. Let's be honest, guys. We've been hearing for years that Karl Towns was gonna be going to the Knicks, or that was a rumor. Like there's been rumors for like 4 5 years about Karl Towns going to the Knicks. You know what I mean? It was always floating around. You know what I mean? There was always little rumors that Cat could potentially be going to New York. Um, Minnesota had a really good season last year, so you didn't really hear much of those rumors, but Cat didn't really play that well in the playoffs either. I mean, he had his moments. There was some games where he played well, but there was other games where he didn't play that well. So obviously there was, it was like a mix. You know what I mean? It was a mix, but yeah, man. For Minnesota to get Randall and Dante, it's not a bad haul, but man, again, guys, someone's gonna have to convince me that Randall could be a productive player on a championship team. You know what I mean, I know Randall could put up numbers. Like Randall has shown that he can put up numbers. I'm talking about making a winning impact on a winning team. That's something that Randall hasn't really done. You know what I mean? Like, be honest with you guys. And look at Julius Randall's playoff stats. This is why the Knicks traded him. Because Julius Randall is a known playoff dropper. I mean, like, his numbers go way down. Way down. Um, so, yeah, based off what I'm reading so far, there's a lot of mixed opinions amongst Knicks fans. I haven't really looked at Minnesota, like what Minnesota fans think of it, but so far the Knicks fans I've seen in this chat, they're kind of mixed about it. You know what I mean? Like some are excited, some are not too very thrilled with it because they gave up Dante and Randall. But yeah, I mean it's a blend. I do like it for the Knicks. Um, I think the Knicks got better, like for sure. I think they separated themselves from teams like Milwaukee, Indiana, Miami. Who else, man? Shit, man. Philadelphia. Did I mention them? Like, I think they separate. I think they separated those guys. I think those they separated. What are they gonna do with Mitch? That's a good question, OCT. That's a really good question. What they're gonna do with Robinson? Do they have him as the backup five? Do they maybe start Robinson at the five and play Towns at the four? And maybe bring Josh Hart off the bench. You know what I mean, like there's a lot of things the Knicks can do, but the Knicks are a very thin team now. You know what I mean, they're very thin. Um, Kevin O'Connor just tweeted, "Gobert and Randall is a strange front court for the Timberwolves offense. Like he's not sure how that fits." And I agree with Kevin O'Connor. You know what I mean, I don't really. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm very skeptical for Minnesota in this deal. I mean, I think they could have probably did better than Randall and Dante. But at the end of the day, Conley Towns probably wanted to go to the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like, so you got to factor that in too. But yeah, man, this is a crazy deal. Like, this came out of complete left field. Like, this deal just, it kind of like an RKO. You know what I mean? It hit you out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a pretty crazy deal here, man. Especially training camp about to start for all the teams. Denver and Boston already started their training camp the other day. So, yeah, man. We're getting right back in the swing of things in the NBA, man. You know what I mean? I'm very excited about this season. This will be a fun season. But yeah, man, we got a blockbuster deal here, man. Cat heading to the New York Knicks for Dante and Randall. I mean, I like that for New York, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think New York firmly made themselves as the second best team in the East because if you guys are subscribed to the channel, you know I'm a Celtics fan, so I'm not gonna put anyone ahead of the Celtics. Plus, you know, who I think won this trade TJ game. Me personally, dude, I think the New York Knicks won the deal. I just think that Cat gives the Knicks an element that they didn't have before. So I like it for the Knicks. I really do. I really don't like it for Minnesota because I just don't see how Randall fits on that team. You know what I mean, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe Randall will be fine on Minnesota, but I don't like that fit. I think Minnesota should be trying to trade Randall. You know what I mean? Like, be honest with you guys. I think Minnesota should be trying to flip Randall right away. Because I just don't like his fit on that team. He could prove me wrong. I think a Randall Gobert front court is funky. I mean, I'll say that. I think it's very, very, like, I don't know, man. Yeah. You think Minnesota should trade Gobert and put Cat at center? Maybe, but Devin, I think it came down to Karl Towns wanted to go to the Knicks. I think Karl Towns. I think you're probably gonna hear a report come out and say that Karl Towns quietly wanted asked to be traded to the Knicks or some along those lines. So I think you're gonna hear something like that come out and shit could come out in 20 minutes or it can come out in a day from now. Who knows? But yeah. And I agree, Devin. The Knicks should have traded Randall. I mean, they made the right decision here by trading Randall because Randall, I have a lot. Randall has a lot of flaws in his game. I mean, especially when come playoff time, man. Come playoff time, mm, I don't trust that dude. I don't trust him. Cat, Bridges, Brunson, big three. Yeah, that's a good big three. The question is it a better big three than Tatum, Brown, White, Tatum, Brown, Holiday, Tatum, Brown, Porzingis? You know what I mean? That right there. That's why until I see someone beat the Celtics 4 times in a series, I'm not gonna put anybody ahead of the Celtics. I mean, I still think the Celtics fully healthy. Again, fully healthy, got the best team in the league. That's just me though. But yeah, I'm still rolling with the Celtics. Bridges, Brunson, Bridges, Hart, OG, Cat, starting lineup. I could see that. I mean, another possibility you could do, Devin, is put Cat at the 4 and start Robinson at the 5 and bring Hart off the bench. That's another possibility you can do. Then you could run Brunson, Bridges, OG, Cat, and Mitchell Robinson, and then have Josh Hart as your 6 man off the bench. That's a possibility as well. I think Knicks are going to be my second 2K team. Yeah, man, for sure. The Knicks, they're going to be they are already a popular team on 2K. They're going to get more popular now for sure. I like adding Cat to the Knicks though. I think that's an interesting move. I think that's interesting. I mean, I'm definitely taking the Knicks more seriously than I did before, for sure. I think the Knicks are definitely the second best team in the East now. Yeah, I think they are. Knicks need power 4 help. Yeah, they do. They're thin at that position now. They're thin. And Knicks Celtics Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, OCT. I think that's what it's going to be too, man. I just don't see any other teams being on that level. Maybe Milwaukee. Maybe. But I don't even really like their roster either. So no, not on them. Indiana, I think they're a 1 year fluke. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Philadelphia, they added Paul George, but come on, man, how can you trust Philadelphia in the playoffs? Like, especially when the Knicks beat them too in the playoffs, and the Knicks added Bridges and Cat to their team, and in Philadelphia, they added Paul George, but yeah, I agree. OCT. I mean, like I like that role for Randall as a six man because to me, I just don't see him making a huge impact like that. I mean, of course, he could prove me wrong though. However, take that chain off. What? No, Randall in Minnesota gonna look crazy. I, I'm Devin. I'm still sitting. Dude, I'm still sitting here wondering how Randall fits on that team. I don't see it. I don't see how Randall fits on that team. I don't. I just don't, man. I just don't see how he fits on that team. You know what I mean? Like mm, mm, I don't like it. I don't like it. Again, though, I'll stress it over and over and over again. That's just my opinion. But oh yeah, he definitely brings that spacing down. And he goes, I like Minnesota's spacing. I thought they had perfect spacing in their lineup outside of Gobert. OCT Rudy Gobert is what he is. I mean, Rudy Gobert is what he is at this point. OCT. I mean, he is what he is. Period. We know what he is, bro. Rudy Gobert ain't getting better at no damn offense. I mean, like at this rate we know. I mean, Rudy Gobert is being better offensively would be great. Like, don't get me wrong. I just don't see it happening. Edwards averaging 20. Oh yeah, that's a given. OCT. Edwards definitely averaging close to 30 for sure after this move. Yeah. But if I'm Minnesota, I'm on the phone with teams right now. I'm on the phone with teams trying to get deals done for Randall. I'm trying to flip Randall right away. Who starts, McDaniels or Dante? And don't forget, yeah, that's right. Boards added him too. I mean, he's a point guard, right? So Mike Conley, Mike Conley's definitely getting replaced in the near future. It might not happen this year, but Mike Conley's getting replaced next year for sure. He's getting out of that spot, and Dillingham's going in there. Man, to me, Boards, you got to start Jaden McDaniels. You got to start Jaden McDaniels, bro. Oh yeah, definitely OCT. Jay McDaniels is starting. There's zero doubt about it, bro. Jay McDaniels is like a first team All NBA guy. Dante's a nice player. Don't get me wrong. I like Dante, but yeah, man, that ain't even close. I mean, I'm definitely taking fucking Jay McDaniels over Dante. Edwards played three. No, Edwards. I think Edwards is a two. Because any debate I see Anthony Edwards in, I always see him in the shooting guard debate. So I think he's a shooting guard. Conley, Ant, McDaniel. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, Boards. I'm with you, dude. I don't like that lineup. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it either, Boards. I think there got to be more trades coming. There has to be. There got to be another move coming for Minnesota. After this move, there got to be another move coming. There just has to be. There has to be. Period. There has to be moves coming because that I agree. Spacing, offensively, even defensively, I think they got worse. I mean, I think they got worse in every aspect in this trade. You know what I mean? They got worse. Period. Gobert ain't it. I agree, man. Trade Gobert for Devin. They literally drafted Dillingham to be the point guard of the future. They're not going to trade for a point guard after they drafted a point guard early in the first round to be the point guard of the future. I mean, sure, he's only 19, but they play these guys right away. It's just like the NFL. You know what I mean, with a rookie quarterback. I mean, eventually they're going to get in the lineup. No, Conley's still playing. Conley didn't retire. I'm pretty sure Conley's still gonna be the starting point guard for them for most of this year, if not all. But after that, Rob Dillingham's taking that spot. I mean, it's a lock. Dillingham's taking that spot. But yeah, I struggle to see. I struggle to see how Minnesota got better in this deal. I really do. I struggle to see it. I Minnesota was better off to me running it back this year, and then just seeing what the team looked like up until the trade deadline. And if you want to trade Cat at the deadline, that's fine. But yeah, man, there had to be a better deal on the table. There had to be, because this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it for Minnesota. This ain't it. They got worse. Yeah, I remember Randall. Yeah, that Devin. That's a good point. Here, I'm going to read you all what Devin said because he just made a really good point here. You got to remember Randall on a 1-year contract. They could trade him and Gobert and essentially take $100 million from the books. I like that point, Devin. That's a great point. But here's the thing, Devin. What teams are going to give up significant value for Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert? Like, there's not going to be a lot of teams out there that give up a lot for those guys. I mean, and Minnesota's definitely not getting back all that they traded for Gobert just, what was that, 3 years ago, 2 years ago? So they're not going to get all that value back in that deal. I mean, whenever they do ultimately decide to make that move. I think Randall got to go, bro. Randall got to go. I don't like Randall on that team. I'm not feeling it. Julius Randle got to bounce off of Minnesota. He got to go. I don't like that. Kevin O'Connor just tweeted, I hope the Timberwolves feed Naz Reid, play him 35 minutes per game. I believe in Naz Reid. Hey, I do like Naz Reid. And if this opens up more minutes for Naz Reid, that's not a bad thing. I'll have a hot take for you guys, bro. Naz Reid should start over Randall. Naz Reid should start over Randall. I like Naz Reid in that starting lineup better than Randall. That's just me though. I think Naz Reid's really good. Apparently the Knicks are going to need a third team because they have to give up $9 million in cap space trying to confirm it. I mean, there's definitely a rebuilding team out there that'll take salary on for some draft picks. I mean, like maybe a contract and a couple second round picks to a terrible team just to get just so that team can collect draft picks. I could see that. You could trade Randall and Gobert for bench help and really depend on Rob development and see if Ant-Man takes another step. Sure, that could be a route, Devin. That could be a route. Oh yeah, my camera looks better now. Yeah, that could be a route, Rob, for sure. No, for forever Knicks. I love that deal for the Knicks. I think that's a great trade by them to get fucking Randall or no, not excuse me, to get Conley Towns for Randall and Dante. I think that's a really good move by the Knicks. I love that move. I think the Knicks. I think that made the Knicks pretty like. I think that made them a way better team than what they were for sure. Board, you're gonna have to tell me what Board, you're gonna have to tell me what you sent me, dude, because I can't close this out because it'll end the stream if I close it out. I seen that you sent me something on Twitter. I can't because if I exit out of here, it'll end the stream. Oh, Cat comes to playing. He will. I you know what though? It says something that Thibodeau traded for Cat. It says something that Thibodeau wanted Confi Towns back. I think that says something because you heard the rumblings years ago that Thibodeau and Confi Townsend like each other. I mean, because y'all remember when Thibodeau was the coach for Minnesota, they traded for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler only played there for a year. He wanted out, and then Thibodeau was fired mid-season. I mean, I'm sure y'all remember that. You said as a Sixers fan you respect Cat and feel bad for him. Why do you feel bad for him? I think he wanted guys. I think Cat wanted to leave Minnesota, and I think he wanted to go to the Knicks. I don't feel bad for Cat. Cat wanted to go to the Knicks. You know what I mean? I think he wanted to go to New York. Pure marks. Knicks are expanding this trade. Hey, we'll have to see what bad team swoops in and takes extra salary on for a couple second round picks because I guarantee that's what it's gonna be. Boards. It's a lock. That's what it's gonna be. Some bad team trying to collect draft picks will come in. Mitchell Robinson to LA. The Lakers do need to make a trade, boards, and Mitchell Robinson would be a horrible piece for them. So the Lakers definitely need to make a move for sure. You said, let's see, you said Scoop B. The Lakers are probably getting involved with Mitchell Robinson being a potential share peer. Scoop B. Take Robinson, give us Ruley and a pick. Devin, they need to, bro. You're not gonna get much for Robinson in the deal if he's involved in a three-team deal because if Robinson goes, because Knicks need a clear salary cap space. That's why the Knicks need to get a third team involved because even with doing Cat for Randall and Dante, the Knicks still need to send out more money in that deal. How much Ruley make? You're gonna have to ask Boards that, bro. I think Boards. How much does Ruley make, bro? How much does Hutchinmore make? And I agree with OCT anyways. I don't think the Lakers are gonna trade Rui. 15 is yeah, man, that ain't happening. 15 to 17, that ain't happening. Ain't no way that's happening. Front office in New York is ready to do anything to get a chip. Tibbs is love hate, but he makes you a better player for sure. Thibodeau's a good coach. I like him. What's going on, Legend Z? Such a random trade. I know, bro. It came out of nowhere, dude. Like literally, like shocker. Shams dropped a nuclear NBA bomb, and it just came out of nowhere. Celtics in shambles. Nah. I'm still taking a fully healthy Celtics team over every other team in the league. Maybe he did. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's gonna come out, dude. Watch. It's gonna come out that Carl Towns asked Minnesota to trade him to the Knicks. It's gonna come out. I guarantee you it is. Because there's been rumblings for a good 4 or 5 years now that Cat wanted to go to the Knicks. That's been a rumor for a while. Knicks need power forward depth, yeah. But Robinson would be perfect fit as long as beside AD, so AD can quit crying about big man help. I would like Robinson for the Lakers. So the Wolves trying to win in like 3 years, develop the youngins, clear cap space when Rudy done. That could be the play, Tate. That could be the play because yeah, that definitely didn't make them a better team this year. That didn't make them a better team this year. I don't see it. They didn't get better. They got worse with that deal because I don't see how Randall fits on that team. Again, I know it's an expiring contract and that's why they probably did it, but in terms of like on the court, they got to flip Randall if they want to get better. Celtics should be scared. I don't think the Celtics are scared. I think the Celtics should definitely like respect the Knicks a little bit more. You know what I mean? But the Celtics shouldn't be scared of anybody. You know what I mean? The Celtics should feel like they got, as long as they got Tatum Brown healthy on the court and they got White, Holiday, Porzingis, Al, like the Celtics should feel confident. They shouldn't be scared of anybody. But definitely the Knicks got a lot better, and I definitely think they're the second best team in the East for sure. You know what I mean? I would take the Knicks over every other team in the East right now, except for the Celtics. The Celtics are a juggernaut. You got Bucks, bro. You got Bucks over Celtic. Come on, man. Really, dude? Do you see how old the Bucks are? No way. And the Bucks didn't really do anything this offseason to get better either, and they still got Doc Rivers as their head coach. Oh shit. Tim Bontemps just tweeted that Charlotte is going to be the third team involved in the deal. Um, but I couldn't see the rest of the tweet. So the Charlotte Hornets are going to be the team that gets involved in this Confi Towns trade. Just tweeted out by Tim Bontemps of ESPN. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey. Hey. How about that, man? So the Charlotte Hornets boards told me to bet on the Bucks over the Celtics due to Dame's successful offseason. Man, that's crazy. Okay, here we go. Knicks are sending salary, including. I couldn't see the rest of that tweet, but it's a role player in the Knicks and in draft picks. That's pretty much what it is. What if Melo gets traded? We'll see. If the Hornets have another horrible season, like I wouldn't rule that out in next offseason. Melo getting traded. I wouldn't completely roll it out. Yeah, that's one thing I'll say about the Knicks front office. That's a good point by you, Forever Knicks. They are a very quiet front office. You know what I mean? Like when the Knicks make moves, you don't hear any leaks. You know what I mean? There was zero leaks about any Carl Towns trade being close, even being talked about. There was no talks about them being engaged in trade talks. There was absolutely nothing. There was no rumors at all about this being even a possibility. You know what I mean? And then boom. When the trade gets done, bam, just like that. Karl Towns is going to the New York Knicks. Can there be more trades? Like I agree. I love trades. I love coming on here and talking about trades. And I know I've been less active, and I apologize for that. But a part of it, to be honest with you guys, there ain't no news. You know what I mean? Like the channel's called Hooping News Updates, but there's no news to talk about. You know what I mean? So I'm very happy that there was news this time. Extremely happy. But I just peeped this now. How do I have 0 likes? Hit that like button, guys. Come on, man. Don't be stingy. Hit that like button. Just one little click. All you gotta do is take your finger and wham. It's one click. Hit that like button. Go live this weekend? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, but Towns to the Knicks, man. I really like that move. I really do, man. I think shit, man. I like it. I really like that for the Knicks. I think the Knicks got a lot better with that deal. I do. Minnesota, I don't understand it. I think it's terrible for Minnesota. I think big L by Minnesota in this deal. Big L. I know they wanted to go off. They probably wanted to free money up on the salary cap books. But this team just went to the Western Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Like I would have at least, like seen what Towns and Gobert look like up until the deadline. At least. You know what I mean? Or even like into like December or January. You know what I mean? Like there was no incentive, there was no hurry for Minnesota to do a deal right now. There was zero hurry for Minnesota to trade Towns. You know what I mean? So I just have a hard time seeing this as a positive for Minnesota. I just do. I find it really hard. The only positive I see is that they got off of Towns' contract. That's it. Everything else, in terms of like on the court, they got worse. Randall, to me, doesn't really have much value. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna end it there, guys. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Karl Towns going to the Knicks, man. I'll give you guys a grade for both teams on the deal. The Knicks, I give it an A because I think they got a lot better. Towns is a perfect fit for their team. Minnesota, I give it like a. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll give it a C minus, just because they got off of Karl Towns' contract. But that's it. That's the only thing. Only thing. The only thing I like about this deal for Minnesota. Everything else I hate. I hate it. I don't like Randall on that team. Dante is a good role player, but Dante and Randall should not be enough for Confi Towns. I I just don't see I don't see it in Randall. I don't see it. And Minnesota should be on the phone with teams right now trying to flip Randall because I don't like Randall for that team. But hey, man, that's just me though. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. I'll try to come on here more, do more lives, but we'll see, man. But yeah, man. All right, bud. Peace.